Getting about those things again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So we are installing a lowering kit on a 2014 Ultra Glide, I believe. This is a twin cam, but I believe these lowering kits work on multiple different baggers. Okay, so it's a Road Glide, Ultra Glide, Street Glide, whatever bagger you have, this will fit to lower your bike just to give you a little bit more comfort and give you a little bit more confidence and flat foot in the bike. So this is what my buddy was complaining about, not being able to flat foot the bike, and he wanted something to just kind of give him a little bit more peace of mind when he's at an angle or in a steep hill or whatnot. So you guys can see how easily this installs. You guys saw me remove the bolt, remove the shock. Of course, you did not see the part of me lifting the bike, but you can see it there on the bottom left. I have it lifted. So that's the first thing you got to do is you got to get that weight off of that shock, that mounting area, to remove the bolt. And then of course you will start seeing where we're lowering the bike, so we can line up, of course, the holes from the shock and on the lowering block. So we got to line up these holes so you could easily, of course, install this lowering block. So just slowly but surely. That's why I really like this scissor lift or this flat jack lift or the motorcycle lift, whatever you call it. It is very precise, and of course, it just gives you a little bit of peace of mind when you're lifting it. We're not lifting the bike entirely off of the rear wheel. You could see that obviously, but it's still lifting the bike. But anyways, you got to just, like I said, make sure the holes line up, and then we use the provided bolts in the kit of this lowering block. You guys can see that I reused the stock bolts on the lowering block itself, and then I used the provided bolts on the lowering block kit. For some reason, I have it zoomed in so you guys can see what happened. That lock washer somehow popped out under I'd say about 27 foot-pounds. Now there isn't any instructions in this. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because we had to go to O'Reilly and pick up additional lock washers. So I'm not entirely sure what happened. I am torquing this down to 40 foot-pounds. And like I said, the lock washer gave out at 27 foot-pounds. So we went to O'Reilly Parts. We bought a set of, I believe, 20, or was it 40? A set of 20 or 40. They have them there for $5.83. Well worth it. Just go to O'Reilly or go somewhere to get yourself half-inch lock washers to make sure you get this done in the same day. So if we're doing this, we got to do it right. So we went ahead and removed that lock washer, and we installed, you guys can see the different coloration of the lock washer. I went ahead and installed the new lock washer. So of course we had to lift the bike a little bit so we can line up that hole. And like I said, the lock washer provided in this lowering block, maybe it was just cheap, maybe it's defective. I'm holding on to them right here in front of me. Like I said, they popped out, and you want these things to be seated so they could do the job of putting pressure on the bolt. That way, vibration. Of course, I also used Loctite. It's actually, from what I understand, it's recommended to use red Loctite, but I used quite a bit of blue Loctite, and I believe it's doing the job just as fine. So I used Loctite on all 4 bolts. Like I said, once again, we torqued it down to 40 foot-pounds per Advanblack. They recommend 35 to 40. I always like to use the max, and this is just me double checking the torque spec on all the bolts, and they're all set to 40 foot-pounds. So that's pretty much it. As far as the video, it's a super easy install. You can get it done in about 20 to 30 minutes. And now I proceed to lowering the bike. Super simple. Just make sure the kickstand is down before you start lowering the bike. You could actually do this by yourself. You don't need nobody else. I'm holding on to the handlebar with my right hand while I lower it with my left hand. And like I said, you just gotta make sure the kickstand is down.
Fuck yeah.
Right now you're bending?
Yeah, look. Bent knees like I should be.
Yeah.
Or f me up that I couldn't go this far, to like fucking wait.
Yeah.
Now my legs right here.
Underneath the calf.
Yeah.
He likes having that bent knee feel to it, of course. The bike looks great. I like the kit. Maybe I'll do a video on why we chose this lowering kit opposed to the other ones. I'll do that in a separate video. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.